What's happening, everybody? I'm Captain Tommy Scoville, and you are on the lifeboat. And I may end up doing this one for just you and me, Colin. I don't know that any notifications are going to go back out. So if people were paying attention, maybe we get a few. There we go. Wilma, Tommy, you're such a special person with a huge heart. Thank you for being me. Well, that's a very kind thing to say. Gamer Jack, you like the pimp out? This was a gift, but you knew that. What do you think? Well, I'm feeling pretty pimpy. I'm not going to lie to you. What do you think of that? Hello again. Boom, 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 boom. Schmexy. That's what I was thinking. So, what's not nice? This place, this YouTube thing, this social media thing. It's not nice. It really isn't. And there's a lot of ugly that goes on in it. But you know something, people? Yeah, Tina, my heart hurts for creators that get run out of the field because of this. And sadly it happens, right? It really does. And it happens so often that you wouldn't believe it. Every single day people bail. And honestly, what I was saying to her was true. Hold on one second. What we're working with here is that there's a couple of different ways that you can build a channel. One is working, and the other is not. And the other is to take advantage of people. And there are videos out there. There are videos out there that have called me every single name under the sun and accused me of every single thing that you can possibly accuse somebody of. And that's really unfortunate. And it runs a lot of people out of here. It does. It runs a lot of people out of here. You go through prison. What are people going to say about you after that? Right? I mean, what I'm guilty of, what you can actually say about me that's, legit. Right? I went and did time and all of that jazz, and it is what it is, right? It's unfortunate that people do this to people who are just out being kind, and it's but it is what it is, isn't it? Liz is one of those people like Reese, who's just her. Yeah, I mean, Reese is incredibly kind. Hey, John, how are you? Okay. Can I help you with anything? All right. Liz is absolutely Liz, and I have enjoyed her company in person, on the phone. We've been friends from the very first time that we met, and she's a very genuine human being in a world that you just can't say that very often about. It's funny because Joe, you nailed it. If we're not somebody's cup of tea, maybe don't watch, right? But it doesn't work that way, But more importantly, what it really comes down to is these are business models, right? How do I build my channel? I debase myself. I go on other people's shows, right? And there are people who hate this. There are those of you who hate this, who reach out and tell me this. I go on other shows, and when I do, what do I talk about? I talk about prison. Right? I talk about the horror shows that go on inside the federal prison system or the state prison system or whatever. And I go on as an expert to talk about that. Is it my favorite subject? No, it's not. It's not my favorite subject. It's not. I don't want to be defined by that, but it's how I build my channel. I go and I talk and like when I went on Aaron's channel, I went to talk about the Masterson thing, but hundreds of thousands of people got to see that. And a lot of you came over here from that. Now, if you can't keep the audience, they leave, right? Aaron's had a lot of people over there. I'm sure some names are jumping to your head. There are people that go over to, his channel or anyone else's. If it doesn't work for you, you have to be able to keep the audience. Well, another business model is just to find people who are successful and talk trash about them and then hope that creator then mentions your name. I come on here and I say, let's say Spanky's the one that's trashing me. And I come on and I go, man, this Spanks Calhoun. You should hear all the crap this guy's saying about me. My whole audience is going to go over and look at his stuff. Even if they say, oh, I'm not over there. I hate what he does, Cav. he's a dirtbag. But I'm just going over there because I want to make sure that, he's not saying anything. You know what? Don't go over there. You don't need to make sure anything from me. Not for me anyway. You want to go check him out and do what you do, go ahead. But don't say you're doing it for me. Because if you're doing it for me, just save that. Don't give them any attention. Then they go away. Right? That's the thing with these people. Right? If nobody watches what you do, doesn't really matter what you do anyway, does it? Yeah. Some people live to hurt others, says, oh, hell no. And you know what? You're right. There are people who dig this. Psychic vampirism. Right? There are people who actually dig causing trauma in people's lives. They're not good people, folks. I don't think I'm telling you anything you don't know right there, right? These are bad folks. They're bad people. I hold her in my heart. Simply said, I do as well. She's helped me. She has been through some very tough times. And there have been times in my life when Liz was right there. And I feel very fortunate that there have been times in my life when the two of us could be there for one another. And that's what we were talking about after we left you guys, was that I would take it quite personally if I was not always that person, that I wasn't always right there in her life. What's funny is I had a pair of glasses here that I was just cleaning the heck out of. Are they on my head? What did I do with my glasses? Oh, well, I'll just do a little squint. What do you think, Kellen? It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't have the shades. I bet the kitty got on them. She has a way of sleeping on top of things that I need on the regular. You feel me? On the regular. No. My leg does that, Jackie, and it started doing that. My leg started doing that in probably 1985, 1984. And I may have done it before that, but that's about the time that I first had somebody comment on it. You know what, Crystal? Here's the deal. If she's honestly backing away from YouTube, then you're probably, the best thing that you can probably do is wait. Honestly, I think that's probably the best thing you can do. What we're going to find, everyone I've met that has stepped away goes through a postpartum depression afterwards that's just very intense. This is a buzz. Make no mistake, this is a buzz. Whether you're doing this for 15 people or whether you're doing this for 1,500 people, and whether you make a living at this, right? Or whether this is a hobby. People don't do this because it's not fun. They do it because it speaks to a need in their life. And very often it's for people that there's an intimacy here that doesn't require a whole lot of commitment, does it? I mean, that sounds bad, but it's the truth. You can get a type of intimacy here that is very, very real, right? Hey, Kristen Melinda, how are you? It's a very, very real connection that you can get here, but for a lot of people, it's different. You rested on the ball of the foot. The only time my feet are not doing this is when I am in the squatting position, because both feet will be flat on the ground, or if I'm doing yoga. You know what? I watched that Kiss Freak. Here's the other thing. I have restored Rolexes, and they're actually really easy watches to work on, unless the Rolex happens to be your Rolex. And then instantly your hands start shaking as soon as you start working on it. There's something about your personal Rolex that makes it just a little bit tougher. If it's your watch, there's something about that is just a pinch intimidating. Hold on, peeps. I know I got a pair of shades here. Johnny Scoville. Yeah. You see my glasses out there? I don't. Here, say hi to my fan base, would you?
Yeah.
No, those are not them. If those were them, I'm not,
Forget about it. Yeah, feel better already. How you guys doing? I hope you're all well. Good to see you all. I just got back from a meeting with Harvest 912. Doing a big outreach this weekend. I hope everybody's doing well. So for anybody, if you wax your chest, it takes about 2 months to grow back. That's what it takes. I was worried it wasn't gonna, or it was gonna grow back splotchy. Like the Seinfeld episode. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, squirrel. I'm happy to say I'm back to normal. Hey, squirrel.
Normal's a relative term.
Meet your good girl.
Don't spook the cat.
Spook? You kidding me? There you go. Love you guys.
You drop him.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's a pro right there. What do you think, Squirrel? Pro YouTubing or what? Sorry. A little dead air while I finish my my beans. You know, we have that we're on that time of year where you can get the wicked good jelly beans. You know what I mean? The ones that come from like, hey Brock Bandy, what's happening? You want me to hold that foot for you? No? The Starburst ones are really good. I dig the Starburst ones. I also like the Jelly Bellies, but Starburst, those are my new favorites. Boat is live again, says Debbie P. And it is. Make no mistake. Hello again. Sorry. The kitty wants love 24/7. It's the definition of a kitty, isn't it? I mean, they want what they want. They want it now. My other's keeper. What a kind thing to say. Honestly, what a cool thing to say. I appreciate that. You are amazingly, amazingly kind. And I do mean that. So this platform, whether you're here, whether you're on Rumble, whether you're on any of them, when you open yourself up for social media, the death threat thing, that's real. It is. And everybody at one point or another is going to get them. And some people are going to get them. Oh, thanks, Rain. Oh, that's so kind. There are people, however, that I think he's really going to make him feel so good, Rain. I mean that. He's such a good dude. I don't think you have any idea how kind he is. I mean that. He's one of the kindest people I've ever met. Whitney, you know what? I didn't really get a chance to come on here and unload myself, and I kind of need to do that. I actually have to do that, right? And I'm drinking pH water. You know why? Because I got a friend that's drinking it. And I started buying it in the bottle. Now, he's actually getting a higher pH than I am. I'm a little jealous. Currently, I'm sporting 9.5. I think when I saw him, he was like, it was above 10 or 12. He was buying better stuff than me. Kind of bums me out. But does that do anything to pH water? It does for me. And even if it's in my head, I promise you, it does beautiful things in my head. I came in to personally thank you for coming into Liz's house. Witnessing genuine friendship and kindness is not seen as often as we should. Oh, Heidi's mine. That's a really nice thing to say. I really do care about her. I really do. I care deeply about her. And you know what? So many people, I think she's universally loved. I mean it. I talk to creators all the time, and it's just everybody loves Liz. You know what? Debbie P, this is a coward, by the way. It always is. For real. People who call and make threats, I promise you, they're cowards. The ones that, I do too, Rain. The one that I worry about, the ones that I was always afraid of, never made a lot of noise. There was not a lot of warning before those cats did what they did. They weren't doing a lot of that necking, talking out the side of their neck stuff. It was usually, it was a great yawn there, kitty. Of course, you saw the back of her dome. We're going to have to start spinning you into the light here, cat. Sorry. But if you're making the big bucks, wait a second. If you're making the big bucks, we're going to have to start. There you go. That's more like it, isn't it? Yeah, that's more like it. This is a very well-paid pussycat. And if she's going to be making the big bucks, uh-oh. See if you get her right there. She's got to go in for the foot. You want to go in for the foot? You going in? Oh, it's a happy cat. It's a happy cat. Yeah, she's spoiled. I'm sorry. She really is. It's unfortunate when people that can't create, take shots at people. And the people that are not being kind to Liz or not, I don't know. I'm going to be here, and I hope that this is something that isn't permanent. A lot of people do exactly what she is doing. A lot of people walk away and they don't come back, and I've seen people do it from huge channels. You would not believe it. I mean, huge channels, but Liz has got such a great community. She really does already. I mean, a really, really. You're right. A friend betrayed her in the worst way, and she is hurting, and that is the story. And you know what? That hurts. For an audience of about 3 the other night, I kind of freaked out and did a video for about 3 people. It was the same kind of thing. When trolls troll you, you expect trolls to troll you. It's what they do. But when somebody that you're close with hurts you, or when someone who has just always been very supportive or whatever, it's painful. It really is. It's painful. People that need to use intimidation lack the ability to create. They want to drag the others down to feel better about their misery. And there's a lot of truth to that. I really believe that. Just want to know what address we need to mail enveloped pudding to. Enveloped pudding. Yeah. I'll be really honest. If we had that address, I do good with addresses. We had an address. We can go over there and maybe eat some Johnny Scoville tuba terra peanuts with them. It's always a great way to have a conversation. Here, try this. Calhoun, you're a fan, aren't you? Scrap Retro, good to see you. Yeah, I know that No Nora went off the air for a while. Kind of a bummer. Yep. I went off the air for a while. I don't know how long you guys been here, but I walked away. And quite simply, I couldn't live without it. For me, it was as simple as that. I could not live without the lifeboat. So I came back. I needed it. And I'm really glad I did. It's one of those things that you hear all the time where people say, most people quit 5 months or 3 months or whatever before something really blows up. And the truth is everything that happened right after I came back. That's when the boat really blew up. And well, I mean, not immediately afterwards, to be honest. That was just when I came back is when we decided that this was when we were going to go after collaborations. And it was part of a grander plan. But you're growing white ghost pepper this year, huh? Nice. Teresa, I agree with you. Teresa says, it was hard to watch Liz's pain. I appreciate you for holding space with her. I could see her face that you were feeling her pain. You know what? I dig her. That's one of those really legit things. Sometimes I go on people's shows and I don't necessarily bond with everybody that I do content with, that I create content with. It's not an insult to anybody, you realize. It's just that there are people that you click with and there are people that you don't. And Liz and I clicked from the very first time that I spoke to her. And she's courageous as hell. One of the first times that I spoke with Liz, she was struggling in a spot in her recovery. And she said, I know you're busy. You're doing the boat. Is there any chance I could talk to you? I was like, you want to do it now? I said, you want to come on the boat, or is this something that was, you would want to do alone? She's like, no, I'll come on. And she came on the boat. We did a great show. We really did. We did a great show. And it looked like we had known each other forever. It was just, Liz is great. She's one of those people. When you meet Liz, you will feel like you've known Liz forever. She's just a very genuine and a very cool person. I love Liz. Everybody loves Liz. Um, thank you, Gamer Jackie. She's Whitney, that's a nice thing to say. Rudu, like I said, I don't know anybody. I really don't know anybody that doesn't love Liz. She clicks with everybody. She's one of those people that she really seems to click with everybody. Hey, Lisa from Jersey, what's happening? You notice? Had to run to another room. Had to go to another room. The dulcet tones. Yeah, had to go to another room to get my my glasses, but I did. The name of Liz's channel is Pokemon, and I always mess this up. Portland SP supporter Melody. Hello. Welcome. Good to have you. Thank you, Mary. I like to it's hard to watch your friends in pain, isn't it? If you could get somebody to smile, it always makes you feel a little bit better. It really is hard to watch your friends. Pokemon and Colts. Thank you, Kristen Melinda. Like, love the glasses, do you, Lisa? Good. Good. Yeah, it's Pokemon and Colts. Yeah, I understand why it would make you cry. It's painful. It really is. And that's really genuine stuff. That's, you're watching people who are willing to open up and watch you look into that part of your life. Hey, Tommy, first time I've ever chatted in here. I have followed you and Johnny for a very long time. I live in Minnesota. Tony, well, it's an honor to have you here, Tony, for real. And I'm glad that you popped up to say hello. It's Ann Hummingbird. You're a good person. You're a sweet person. My promise to you is that there isn't going to be any disconnection. I think Liz was very, very clear about that. She's not going to disconnect. She's just going to make sure that she is putting her, the welfare of her family first. And obviously, we hate that. Not that she's putting the welfare first, but that somebody can force someone to make that decision, right? Honestly, that someone can force someone to make that decision. Lori Driscoll, it is sad. It is sad. There are a lot of people out there that are not particularly nice. This is really getting messy. The Scientologists are great communicators, speakers, and then here and there we see how much that cult has torn them apart inside. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lisa. She says been crying all day for one reason or another. Rough day all around. I'm sorry, hon. I really am. That sucks. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're speaking up, right? I really am. I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that you're speaking up. This connection stuff's real. Look at the thumbnail. I love Reese. And it's fun to use her hand in my hand. It's cool. But that symbol to me is just absolutely, it's absolutely amazing. And every day, I'm not joking, every day, this is more apparent to me how much that a lack of this in your life will destroy you. A lack of connection will kill you. And sadly, it won't do it quickly. It will take a really, really long time. And that sucks. But pop up, say hello, connect. Start here. It's pretty safe, right? This is about the safest place in the entire world that you could ever do this, right? La Pintura Bella says, I will never understand why people choose to be cruel when it is so much easier just to be kind. Well, here's what happens, in my humble opinion. Right? I agree with you, by the way. I absolutely agree with you. Oh, Tony, moving back to Cali. Moving back to Cali. Moving back to Cali. I think what happens very often is that at an early age, sometimes we split. We've talked about this all the time, right? Something horrific happens to us where you got to peel the onion back to find out why it is that we want to get high. For me, when something very distinctive happened in early childhood, right? Early teenage years, whatever, preteen, There was an event. This event is probably the linchpin that caused me to start first experimenting with drugs, right? But for some people, they don't start experimenting with drugs. For some people, it just damages their ability to ever have a normal kind of a relationship. And because of that, for some, it just means that they're going to accidentally hurt people a lot. And you know what? Maybe they find the right person. The right person who says, you know what? I'm going to get kicked in the teeth a lot dealing with you. But I'm pretty tough and it may be worth the effort. And that person, because sometimes we get really damaged in this. So sometimes when people are cruel, it's not a character defect, right? Sometimes people are cruel by accident. But there are people out there that are cruel on purpose. There are people out there that are cruel just because they want to be cruel. And they're very, very hard to I want to grab them by the larynx. I'm never going to get over those people. You feel me? I'm not. I'm never going to be kind. I'm just not. I wish I could be, I think. But I'm always going to want to grab some of those people by the throat. Lisa says, Tommy, I want to say, in all seriousness, this channel and the connection has legit made a difference in my life in a positive way. Oh, wow. I want to sincerely thank you for this outlet. God's honest truth. Wow, what a cool thing to say. For real. What a cool thing to say, huh? Wow. Thank you, Lisa. That's it's humbling. It's but I love that. It's the God I do, and thank you. It is really such a cool thing to say. And it's and I believe it. Because I tell you what, when I shut it down, it almost killed me. Yeah, no, I'm not playing. When I shut it down, it was hard. I was miserable, man. Oh, Chrissy, absolutely you can. Tell you what, ones, everybody. Ones all the way around. Looks like there's going to be a couple of hundred of them anyway. I'll tell you something else, people. Listen, this is no joke, right? Calhounis, can you pull up the sub thing? If you could pull up the sub thing and have it on standby for me for a second, because I'm going to talk about this. But first, Chrissy says, hi, everyone. Can I have a prayer or good energy? I have a friend in an 8-day coma. She choked while eating and driving, and no one was hurt but my heart hurts, and I need some connection. Oh, man, Chrissy, absolutely. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for your friend, and I'm sorry for you. But, yeah, absolutely. Thoughts and prayers all the way around. Listen, people, I've been saying for a long time, for better than 4 weeks, right? We have been at the exact the subscriber. I text messaged you something, Calhounis. If you look on your text messages, I sent you our subscriber count has been at 20,200 for 4 weeks. This has never happened to us, not in the history of the boat, right? But what's happening is every single day we drop below 200. We get down to we'll get into 196 or 180. I think the lowest I've ever seen it's about 172. The highest I've ever seen it is about 260, in the high 260s. But there's just a constant turnover. We're losing tons and tons and tons of people who are getting unsubbed. And the people who are coming in are making up for it, but we're not moving. And it's, I sent over the analytics via a text message, unless I screwed it up, Colin, which very well could have happened. I mean, it's par for the course, but it's crazy to watch it because it just went off a cliff. I mean, it is for the duration of the time that I've had the boat, it fell off a cliff. And if all of my other numbers were down, but they go kind of hand in hand. But our numbers are all up except that. So I don't know if it's the technology or what it is, but boy, do we just get a lot of people that unsubscribe. So, and I know I should be doing this more often. Twin Forever says, Tommy, your channel makes a difference. Thank you. I'd like to believe that that's the truth. I really would. I would like to believe that that is the truth. This is, and hold on one second right here. So I'd like to believe that that's the truth on more than one reason. Number one, obviously, it's what we set out to do. But more importantly, these people, you guys, I have more faith in you all than I do just about anything else on earth. I have watched what happens when people come here and begin to communicate with one another, right? What happens when people come here? Debbie P, you want to get me on Joe Rogan? Tell you what, from your lips to God's ears, we get the lifeboat on Joe Rogan, and you watch the number of lives we save. I'm not kidding. We'll jack up this planet. You get me on Rogan. We'll jack up this planet. I'm not playing. And we'll get Q out of prison. What's up? I promise you, we'll get Q out of prison. You get me there, we'll get Q out. Mo Love, I remember that day like it was yesterday. Well, I remember every little thing as if it happened only yesterday. That was not another conversation. Sorry. And I never had a girl looking any better. That's my go-to, Calhoun. It's my go-to karaoke. I'm sorry, I missed Meatloaf. And I do think I told my prom date that I may be heading to, I may be singing that on the boat. There's been some talk on my prom date, and I might sing that. For Q, thank you. I mean it. It's, by the way, I'll give you a Q report. Q is still a little bit too proud to let me hear him talk, but he tells me that he's doing better. So we'll see. But I know that his arms are and his legs are in great shape. I know that he's working out to beat crap. I'm doing a lot of that myself, trying to get into a much better condition than I have been in. Calhoun, people, no joke, that's the last 28 days, right? That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. So do me a favor and please check and see if you, because I don't know. I mean, we literally just, as of the 28th of February, it just went like a light switch. That's never happened, people. We are about 30% of where we are normally. Down 70% is really odd. Now, if it was like this, but it's just this, right? Which would lead you to believe no one is coming in and we know better, right? That's just a mathematical impossibility. So a lot of people are getting unsubbed, which sucks. Some people just don't have the skills to pause and think. Instead, they just react. There's a lot of truth to that, Kristen. And some of it is because, hold on one second. Jen Nelson says, I'm a better person for finding the boat. I lurk a lot, but listening to you and the crew has helped me more than you know. Thank you. Jen, oddly enough, I feel like I've learned a lot from you too. So that's fantastic. Kristen with a C. Some people just don't have the skills to pause and think. Instead, they just react. In my experience, these folks are often lacking in self-awareness. So when it's over, they don't fully reflect. Very often, I think that this is a common thread for people on dope. It's a common thread for people in prison, right? You'll hear people constantly in prison. It's such a recurring theme. Bro, I don't remember pulling the trigger, right? I don't remember pulling the trigger. I do not remember even, right, swinging. It's doing it to all the channels you mod for. Yeah, YouBoob probably is doing it to all the channels. I believe that. It's the unsub thing is due to TV users, part of the way you move in the channels. That could be the case. I have no idea. That person who shall not be named is after me as well. You know what? I guess the difference is this. That person who shall not be named is a candy ass. I had plenty of opportunities to he had plenty of opportunities to hang out with me if he wanted to. He doesn't want to hang out with me. I don't want to play at all. It's one of those people that talks a pretty good game. And he will not be named because he gets about 200 views a day. I ain't going out of my way to get anybody extra views when they get 200 views a day. You feel me? That's not a successful channel. It's a failure. I'm not going to do anything to help a failure. right, get any kind of a swing off of the effort that I've put in. Because I'm not going to lie to you, I work pretty damn hard at this. What do you think, Calhouni? A thumb up on it? My son agrees. So there you go. Yadira, love you. Glad that you're here. Gidgets World, what's happening? Get closer to the kitty. Get your sweet lips a little closer to the phone. Hold on. I don't know if the kitty, can I get any closer to the kitty? No, it's probably about as close as we're going to get to the kitty. But Crafty Witch says, I sometimes listen with my husband, Jason P. Oh, we've met then, the Crafty Witch. You had to go to bed, but wanted to hang out for once. Nice. You and I have met. Lovely, lovely woman. Yeah, we've met. Correct, Brock Bandy. No question. And Lisa apparently knows him too. He's a failure in every way. Yeah. It is one of those things. Oh, no. Yeah, no. It's all it is this. What people are talking about is this, and we're not going to talk about them personally. But look, there are people out there that these are the same people that helped harm Liz. There are people out there that make a living off of trashing other people, and I am a very popular target. I'm a very popular target, and the reason is I have a very very the more your audience loves you, the bigger a target you are. If you super are engaged with your content creator, right? If the content creator knows you by name, then if they call me something, then the odds that my audience is going to run over to see what they said is actually greater, right? Because you think, oh, I'm not letting him say that about Tommy. I'm going to go over there and find out what in hell that person said, right? Thank you, Dip Me in Glitter. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you popped in. I mean it. Thank you so much. But that's what, but yeah, it's so this is one of those people that, again, he gets like 200 or 300 views a day, but he goes after a lot of people, and I'm one of them. Goes after me a lot, but that's no, you're good. You found him on accident. He's a liar. He's an awful person. Yeah, he is what it is. I'll be honest. That's a business model. The people that don't like it shouldn't watch. I don't. December 4th, a couple of years back, I decided I was never going to watch a video that somebody made about me ever again. Right? And it's been liberating, because here's the deal. You know what it's going to make me want to do? It's going to make me want to drive out, find the person, and confront them. And with the life that I've had, that's probably not the best idea. Feel me? Right? I'm liable to go out there and hit somebody with a bat, or do something stupid that's going to land me back into some place that I've been before. And I got no desire to go back to places like that. You feel me? So I'm not. I just don't listen. And here's what I have found: the people who are truly fans. You know why we're not going to mention who we're talking about? Because here's the thing: he gets 300 views a day. I put his name up right now, and 238 of you are going to go find out who he is. Feel me? I'm literally doing an advertisement for a guy. That's not going to happen. So we're changing the subject. But the reason that this came up is because we're talking about how this is kind of a nasty neighborhood, right? And this is a nasty neighborhood because you've got people that just do exactly what is happening right now to our friend Liz. This is part of the gig. Yeah, it is. It sucks, but it's part of the gig. And the worst part is this. Try having a conversation with a person that doesn't do this for a living. Because if you call and go, you can't imagine how bad it is, right? This person is saying this about me. This person's making videos about me. This person said I am this, or this. And the people in the real world are looking at you going, I work 40 hours a week, fool. You think I give a crap that someone's making videos calling you anything? Because they assume that what we do is pretty easy, right? Right. So it's not, right. Right. So, yeah, it's silly almost, but it's not. It's not silly. And the first couple of times it happens to you, Liz Ferris, yarn prepper, and the first couple of times it happens to you, it's painful as hell, especially because all she does is help people. Carol Barnard. Carol, I'm glad that you came from Aaron's channel. Big love to Aaron and his new foundation, by the way, the SPTV Foundation. How do you love it? And they got a big board on it, and I believe my friend Reese is on that board. If I'm not mistaken. I heard that my friend Reese is on there, which I think is pretty cool. He's probably watching right now. I know that the people that do not like me watch me all the time. They like making shorts out of it. They're hoping that I'm going to say something that they can actually crap on. You know, through Chase the Heat. Chase the Heat's one of my favorite channels too. Love it. Thank you, Heather McLaughlin. You know, I grew up with a lot of McLaughlins. I actually knew a Heather McLaughlin growing up, so she was much, much younger than I was. Liz is a beautiful soul. Yep, she really is. She is a beautiful soul. And don't forget Gertie. Yes, Gertie is, I have not met Gertie. I know that, I'm sure that day is coming. I have a feeling that Reese will show up somewhere with Gertie in tow. It's just a matter of time. Give me just a little more time. It was Aaron that actually said that Gertie was born next to. I did not know that. I had credited Reese with that quote, but Jen says, "I do not hate, I repel it." Well, you know what? There's probably takes a lot less energy. I like that. Thank you, Eagle Eye. You know what? Look at this. I love that response. For once, I'm glad I don't have any idea who you're talking about. Not on my radar. But Tommy, I have benefited from your wisdom. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I don't know that. You know what? No, thank you so much. That's a cool thing to say, man. And I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it. He said he was going through the board members. Oh, I got you. Well, I'm not a board member. Which is probably a good thing. I mean, let's keep that real. I would not have. I'm not a board member. Not that kind of person. So sadly, you know, maybe in a different life, but not in this one. But you know what? Let him do what he does. You know, going through the board members. I'm sure the board members are shaking in their boots that the 300 people who watch his stuff daily might catch one of these videos. Can you imagine the bad press that 300 views is going to do against the 100,000 that AA Ron's going to do? Right? They offset each other. I'm sure he's shaking in his boots. I'm sure the whole foundation is shaking in their boots and make a short out of that genius. You know what? Thank you, Miss Sunrise. Don. Appreciate that. But she's a friend. She really is. I care about it deeply. Why hate when there's a life to enjoy? Cheesecake and tea or wasting energy on hate? Give me 2 slices. You know what? That's a hell of a name. I like that. You know what? I'll be honest. I don't want to be fair, Bo Beats. I don't want to be fair. So we'll leave it there. I don't much want to be fair. I don't know that he's ever been fair to me, Bo. What do you think? You watch him? Tell me, has he ever been fair to me, Bo? Personally, I don't watch him, but you can let me know because it sounds like you do. That's right. Lord Kiss Freak says, "I didn't find Tommy. Tommy found me." You know, that's been known to happen. Thank you so much, by the way, Jen. I didn't mean to roll over you on that one, Jen. I really didn't. I apologize. But thank you, Jen. You are too kind. But I did find Lord Kiss Freak. And I very distinctly remember getting burned badly on a tube of terror that I was eating with vicious abandon. It was a publicity stunt for the lifeboat. Early on in the game, right? I was trying to eat one of these to beat my brother's record. Now, I will tell you what the key to this is. The key is beating the crap out of this, right? Before you, he was on Chase the Heat before I got out of the joint. Yeah, he knew who I was still in when Lord Kiss Freak started. But you got to beat the crap out of what's inside this. Honestly, just like because they're too big, right? They're too big to get out fast. But I had him ready to go, and I ate that thing in 43 seconds. Unfortunately, I had this terrible paste in the back of my throat. So I drank a bottle about this big. It's actually just about this size. I took it and took the top off and drank the entire thing of tincture. And somehow I'm still here. That was absolutely one of the dumbest things I've ever done in my life. I go back and look at it seriously and go, that was really stupid. You know what? I dig cheesecake. Jack in the Box has decent cheesecake. Really? Did you know this? I had no idea. You do have an official screenshot of that time. Again, one of the dumbest things I've ever done. If I could have straightened my body out, I would have gone to the hospital. I could not stand up, though. Pajama Pixie, wait. Here's what you missed. Are you ready? This is a terrible precedent this is what happens, unfortunately, because I dig Pajama Pixie, right? Honest to God in heaven, I dig Pajama Pixie. The trouble becomes, Calhoun, that so mathematically speaking, if you got 365 days in a year and you got 20,000 people and you divide take the thing into I was told there'd be no math, but it's a precedent to be sure. So let's do this one because I do love you. And I kind of accidentally did it the other night. So happy birthday to you. I know, right, Lisa? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Pajama Pixie. Happy birthday to you. All right, then. Now, I'm telling you, it is not going to become a precedent because I will have to do it every single. I am mathing a lot. Have I not been? She's going to math. She's going to log out if I keep mathing. I've been mathing a lot. And I apologize. I think it's because, I go on the road and I do these business trip things. And then you get back and you're like, you still got the math thing going in your head. So I apologize to all of you, by the way. Kristen Melinda, apologize to you too. Miss Dragon, apologize. Sunrise Dawn. Yeah, I was told there would be no math. True. And now I'm craving cheesecake. I don't know who started the cheesecake crap, but everyone now wants cheesecake. So I hope you're happy. Yeah, I hope you're happy. Happy birthday, Pixie, for real. Happy birthday. That's good stuff. Now, see, Lisa was also told there would be no math. The Buffalo Wild Wing Challenge is no joke, though. Calhoun, I think you've done that, haven't you? Did you do Buffalo Wild Wing Challenge? I thought Spanky did. I could be wrong. Everyone knows it's windy. You know what? That would actually be who's walking down the streets of the city, smiling at everybody she meets. Who's thinking up to capture them? Everyone knows it's windy. And windy has stormy eyes. What's that? Did I see your name?
Yeah, did you say my name?
I did say your name. Now let me remember why. It had something to do with. Don't you go anywhere. Yeah, you know what? Oh, the challenge. Did you do the Buffalo Wild Wing Challenge? Didn't you do the Buffalo Wild Wing Challenge, Calhoun? Amazingly, I'm right back where I started a second ago. He can't hear me.
Yes, I did.
You did. Excellent.
I have it on video still.
Hear that?
They do not put your photo on the wall, and they do not give you a t-shirt. They just give you a headband, which is cool. But man, I wanted my photo on the wall.
I feel a little bit rooked if I didn't get my photo on the wall. A headband?
They told me beforehand. I was like, well, I came all this way. Let's go.
All right, look, I'll give you that. Look, if you've gone that distance, you probably are all the way in. I mean, I get that, but I'd still be a little saucy.
As you were, sorry to interrupt.
No. I literally found that. I did find you, Awakened. I did find you. I forgot that. I found you. There's a bunch of you I found. Holy crap. You would get the idea that nobody ever stumbled onto the lifeboat, that I go over to other channels and hunt you people down. But wow, I've done that, haven't I? Check this out. Oh, you're such a good girl. Look at that, huh? That's a pretty kitty. Sorry about that. I think if you do a challenge, you should at least get a t-shirt. You know what I mean? I feel like I have been burned more than anyone on planet Earth. And I don't know that I've ever gotten a t-shirt from anybody. And I'm not lying to you. I have been burned and torched, and I meet random people. It's not like you meet people and the first thing they think is, oh, he'd be fun to burn. I get that a lot, actually. When people meet me, they think, you know what? I'd like to burn this dude. Calhoun gets it because he's a Scoville. But it is absolutely, yeah. I should have a t-shirt, right? I should have a t-shirt at least. But especially with the abuse I've taken from Johnny Scoville, I should have a shirt that says, my brother is Johnny Scoville. Yeah, that's it. That's all it should say. Do you know what I've put up with? My brother is Johnny Scoville. You have no idea what I've endured. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a joke probably only he'll get too. So every once in a while you throw out those jokes, and the only person that's going to get it is your brother or your friend. It's a 42 belly option on 212. Got to get halfway between the udder and the hock. That's a great shirt. Yeah, that would be a good shirt, would it not? Yeah, my brother is Johnny Scoville. Please send help. Not bad. Gamer Jackie. That's clever. You know, we could have a competition for this. I survived being Johnny Scoville's little brother. Not bad. Not bad. My brother is Johnny Scoville. Please send help, though. That's just really, really strong. My brother is Johnny Scoville. Please send help. Yeah, my brother has issues. The world knows this. This is a foregone conclusion. Everybody on planet Earth knows that my brother has issues. The man has issues. A chocolate primatali sauce. Oof. Look what happens when you're Johnny Scoville's little brother. That's not so bad either, right? What happened to you? Well, you know, that's what I should start telling people. Thank you, SMSP. That's a kind thing to say. It really is. It's a very nice thing to say, and I appreciate that. I'm working on my accepting compliments. I'm trying to teach other people to do the same thing, and I've been told that I'm not particularly good at it myself. So I've been trying very hard to maybe be better at it. So, proof of brother abuse. Yes. Yeah. You know, it's also a pretty good indicator of what capsaicin can do to you if left untreated. I mean, look at him. I'm a little chubby girl that drove a Ranger. To preface this, I saw a sticker that said, "Fat people are harder to kidnap." I wanted fat people are harder to kidnap, so I bought a truck. All right, people. It's come upon that time of the evening, I think, where I wanted to come back. Yeah, there you go, Calhoun. That's what ought to be there. Look at that little pretty thing right there. What a good kitty, huh? What a good kitty.
I was shirtless earlier, so I couldn't come on.
Shirtless Spanx Calhoun.
Yeah, I had to remain shirtless too.
Didn't you? Didn't that person get in trouble in the White Sox scandal of the? I can't remember what year that was.
I don't know. I was wondering. I was like, can I be shirtless on YouTube? And then I thought better of it. So,
Miss Lady Hummingbird, member for 2 months. Well, thank you for being a part of it because you make it better, and I mean that. You could be on YouTube without a shirt on. There are people who make a good living that way.
I guess I do watch fitness stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not doing fitness stuff though, so somebody might.
Davey says, "Oh, you could have Spanx."
Yeah.
And I think you're going to find that that's probably a pretty popular sentiment. You're going to get a lot of that. Oh no. See that? Look, don't tease us. We could have protested. Sure, you can. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of that. Saw that one coming. I'm not going to lie to you. I saw that one coming. Miss Dragon says, I'm too old to do that. And you ran off Valerie. She said, good night, everybody. Sleep while you scared her. It's okay, Val. I think I could do that once a month. I could probably be talked into singing happy birthday once a month. Yeah, I could probably do that. But you know what? I got to do one tomorrow. See, this is good. This is a bad precedent. But I have a friend that's whose birthday is tomorrow. And she's special. She really is. So I'm gonna have to sing happy birthday to her. So, but after that, then I'm pumping the brakes. I really am.
Maybe once I get huge, we could do like a fundraiser reveal.
Mate, flex that thing in there. Tats on tube is no bueno. Oh, tatas. Yeah, there we go. Sorry, tatas. Yeah, you don't want to show tatas. It can be an issue. They get salty about that. They do get salty about that, Calhoun. All right, people. I came back on. Thank you for allowing me to come back on because you know what? I needed this. I am so glad that you didn't start the precedent. I actually sang it, I think, to somebody else first. I can't remember. But Wendy's always fun to sing anyway. I love that song. The Association, I believe. Who's walking down the streets of the city? I'm November and completely expecting a song. Yeah, well, I get that. You got that coming. Hey, can it be I want to do. Hold on, let me think. We need a good song for Lisa. Hold on. Okay, I got time. I'll work on this. I have a friend that I can bring in. I want to do something I want to do my Petula Clark. Petula did that as well, right?
Petulant
Clark. Well, Petula, I think, is who she was referring to, though, because that is the artist. But I think she did Downtown, right? Downtown.
Avril Lavigne did that song.
Calhoun is 32. Don't let him get Petula, not petulant. Well, you know how those Downtown. There you go. I knew it was something like that. Downtown. Oh, November Rain's a great song. I can do November Rain. Lisa, you want a little November Rain? I'm gonna need somebody to play the piano for that. Some really great piano stuff in that. Yeah. Lockroff in H-Town still has Downtown on the jukebox. You know what, Pajama Pixie? Don't tease me. I am gonna be heading back to Houston. I got to Houston. You know what would be really funny is nobody there would know. I mean, I know a bunch of people there, but they're not going to know. They won't remember. Well, they might, but not by that name. Only want to see you laughing in the November rain. I might be able to pull that one off for you, Lisa. You got time to work on it. Let me know. That unripened lemon was horrific. I'm telling you, it was really, I didn't enjoy that at all. Anik, well, we're not going to allow that to happen this year. I will The good Lord willing, I'm going to make a very big deal about your birthday. How's that? If we're all still here, make a very big deal about it. I promise. All right. We're going to make that happen. You grew up in Houston, did you? Spanky is a Houston kid. He was born in Houston. Little woman's hospital there in Houston. I remember the day. Like it was yesterday. It wasn't. It was a long time ago. Spanks come back shirtless. Let's see. You see what you've started between the singing and the shirtless stuff. We're never getting out of here. See what you've done? Sorry.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, no, it isn't. That right there is a cat in a basket. Did you see that? That's my son. And I am that's the news. And I don't know what I ignored. I just saw something that said I ignored something. You know what? Before you get too squirrely, I'm not.
You're good. You didn't ignore it.
I dug you out of. I dug you out twice. Trust me, I'm not doing anything bad. Trinity, good to see you, man. Trinity, good to see you. And my son is an incredible help, to be sure. All right, everybody. That right there. Yeah, I'm a fan of olives. But in very anyway, no judgment. I try V-bombs. I really do. If you have not checked out my friend Trinity has the absolute greatest voice on all of YouTube. I said it, and I'm not joking. Even when I do my dulcet tones, see, Squirrel loves that. Even when I do my dulcet tunes voice, no, nothing like it. All right, people, that's the news. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Calhoun, I love you.
Love you too. Stay for a sec.
I promise.